Fantastic. Well, you're preaching to the choir here.
Yes.
I've been with the British Chamber on and off, since day one or even before day one.
Yeah.
Now,
You helped actually bring up the idea to start it. I know. Yeah. So
okay, now I want our listeners not to interpret you wrong. I mean, you're very very well connected with the Vin University, and you mentioned what you do with the British Chamber of Commerce. But your real skill, real skill, in addition to all of that, is actually around capital and securities. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit about that. And I'm interested, like, how did you actually get into that? Because all these other peripheral things that you're now doing, whether it's with the Chamber of Commerce, the British one, and maybe later the Australia one, because the Brits got there first, and with the Vin University and maybe with other universities.
Sure. Well, to tell you the truth, if I go back to my Dover College days, where I grew up as a boy in England, in Kent, we had a lovely old man who lived in the local manor, and we had an English Springer Spaniel dog, Rusty, and we used to go for walks, and we often met the old lord of the manor, and I became friends with him. He must have been 80 years old back then, and I said to him, "Oh, what did you used to do for a career?" He was a lovely man to have a chat to, and he said he used to work in the city of London, and he said it's a great way to get to meet people and help people, help entrepreneurs, help big global corporations. You can help anyone, no matter how small, with an idea, connect to venture capital, to a large global corporation trying to do something, maybe an exit or an M&A. And I was only, very early teens. And my guidance officer and the headmaster, as you do, they have like a periodic assessments and meetings with the students, or we did at Dover College, and they would ask any ideas of what you'd like to do, for the rest of your life, And I was tossing up being a barrister, and then I was tossing up being a lawyer, but that didn't last too much length of the time, because I remember what the old fellow used to say, and I said, I wouldn't mind being maybe a stockbroker or something, or maybe work for Lloyd's of London, So he gave me a couple of bits of information on Lloyd's and also working in the city, and gave me an old copy of the Investors Chronicle, which was a fantastic print magazine back in the 1980s when I was at Dover College. And the reading of that, I just voracious, like I'd be reading about Sir Gordon White and others, and Lord Hanson, who built out Hanson from a brickworks to a global corporation, with presence even in Brisbane, Australia, where I was born. They used to have a Hanson business there, and so as a result, I always kept that in my mind. And then, as things progressed, I ended up studying at university in Australia, because, as I said, I was born there, so I had some ties, and my family thought, well, you've been over in England for long enough. Have you thought about having a university time in Australia? So I was able to visit my grandparents on my mother's side, which was great, and actually kind of lived with them for the first about 3 years of my university time, which was fantastic.